Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yamnatira Banachari Yamnatira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Narayanam Namaskritya Nalang Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtapraishu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavat Bhakti Bhagavatiktam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mugyanati Marantas Gyananchana Akaya Sri Guruve Namaha Abitam Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Kadati Ma Om Vishnu Padaya Vishnu Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Charan Nirvishesha Pari Pashtyatvadesha Karan Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Matsya Ashva Matsyashva Kachapa Nrsimha Varaha Hamsa Matsyashva Kachapa Nrsimha Varaha Hamsa Rajanya Vipra Vibhuteshu Kritvavatara Rajanya Vipra Vibhuteshu Kritvavatara Tvam Pasi Nas Tribhuvanam cha yatha dhunesha Dvang pasinas tribhuvanam cha yatha dhunesha Haram Bhuvo Hara Yaduttama Vandanam Te Harang Bhuvo Hara Yaduttama Vandanam Te Harang Bhuvo Hara Yaduttamam Vadanam Te Matsyashva Narshinga Varahangsa Rajanya Vipra Vibhudeshu Kritavatara Tvang Pasinas Tribhuvanam Chayatha Dhunesha Harang Bhuvo Hara Yaduttama Vandanam Te Matsyashva Kachapa Narshinga Varahangsa Rajanya Vipra Vibhudeshu Kritavatara Tvang Pasinas Tribhuvanam Chayatha Dhunesha Harang Bhuvo Hara Yaduttama Vandanam Te Yashva Kachapa Narshinga Varahangsa Feliz. Matsya, the fish incarnation. Ashwa, the horse incarnation. Kachapa, the tortoise incarnation. Singha, the Narasingha incarnation. Varaha, the Varaha incarnation. Hangsa, the swan incarnation. Rajanya, incarnations as Lord Ramchandra and other Kshatriyas. Incarnations as Lord Ramchandra and other Kshatriyas. Vipra, incarnations as Brahmanas, like Vamanadev. Yudheshu, among the demigods. Krita Avatara, appeared as incarnations. Dwang, your lordship. Pasi, please save. Naha, us. Bhuvanang cha, and the three worlds. Ita, as well as. Adhuna, now. Isha, O Supreme Lord. Param, burden. Bhuva, of the earth. Hara, please diminish. Yadu Uttama, O Lord Krishna, best of the Yadus. Vandanang te, we offer our prayers unto you. The Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Vishnu Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Chana Nirvishesha Ashta Isha. So can you put the verse just a little up? Yeah, but a little bit down also to catch both. There. So first let's I think this is better. You can get the sound from the throat, no? So first there's in Sanskrit, this is a little Sanskrit lesson, especially for those who do not know Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, there's something called sandhi. Sandhi means to join together. So, and all languages have sandhi. Every language, either informal or formal. For example, in English, we have future tense. I am going to go. But we don't say, I am going to go. We say, I'm gonna go. In conversation, I'm gonna go. So I am becomes I'm. That's joining of two sounds. Same as sandhi in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, there's rules for sandhi. Gana is going to. So this is informal speaking, but it's the joining of sounds. So here's a cheating. Not actually cheating, but this is a little trick. If you look, you see Matsyashva. So then you see in the synonyms Matsya Ashva. So here, Prabhupada is taking apart the sandhi. So sandhi makes it Matsyashva. So just like if we were going to say in English, gana. So then we take it apart. Going, Matsya, the fish incarnation, Astra, the horse incarnation. So this is a secret. Maybe you know already. I should say these things because everybody knows. But in case you don't know, one or two of you, few of you. So this is the trick. that you can use to understand more clearly what's happening in this shloka. Matsyashva, Kachapa, no need to take apart. Nrsinga, Varaha, Hamsa, Rajanya, Vipara, Vibhuteshu. Kritavatara, this is two words. What are the two words? Krita and Avatara. So, Krita Avatara. So those are the two words. Now, second trick. Yes, please come up. Now, you see in the verse, all these words have dashes between them. Matsyashva Kachapa Nrsinga Varaha Hamsa Rajanya Vipra Vibhuteshu. So actually, this is one long word. This is called samasa. Samasa is when you join many words together. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am, which one? Which samasa? Do you know? Yes. Exactly. So, if the child knows, we have to know also. Unfortunately, that's the rule. So, the samasa is when you join many words together. I don't know German, but German has many of these words where they join together. It's famous like that. Sometimes English speakers make fun of that there are many words joined together. But in English, for example, in English, if we say sunshine, this is a common word, sunshine. This is two words. It means the shine of the sun. Yes? So this is like santi. And a cupboard. We have a common word, a cupboard. But originally it meant the board for cups, because we spell it C-U-P-B-O-A-R-D. The board where we keep the cups. So cupboard. There are many words like this in English, usually simple combinations, but then German more complex. So, and Sanskrit also more complex. As you see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words joined together as one word. Let's take a more simple one, Tribhuvanam. So Tribhuvanam, three. Bhuvanam is what is the meaning? I forgot. Worlds, yes. I thought that was right, but I didn't know. So Tribhuvanam, simple santi, joining of two words together. So this is a nice service that Prabhupada has already done for us. So if Prabhupada has made the books like this, then there must be a reason he has done it for us. He has served us in this way, so we can also, it's a good idea to take advantage of that service, since Prabhupada already presented it as a service to his readers, so they can understand the santi and samasa. Samasa is sometimes difficult, but so that may require a little advanced study. But at least we see the santi. That is a simpler matter. If it's a simple samas like Tribhuvanam, then we can understand. So, words like yatha tudesha in the third line at the end, and yaruttama. If we're not familiar, maybe we don't know what is that. So here's yatha adhunesha, adhuna isha. 3 words together, it's sandhi. And yadu uttama, 2 words, yadu uttama. So this is useful to have greater understanding of these verses. And chanting in the beginning, as we do, a few times, reading the synonyms. It's not just ritual. Actually, none of these things that we do are just for ritual. Prabhupada asks us to know the meaning as much as possible. We may not be inclined to that sort of activity, I guess. But we can try. And everything we do is not a ritual. I was saying yesterday that Prabhupada says in one place, chanting is not just a duty, but we should try to develop priti, affection or love for Krishna's name. So, purport, translation and purport. O Supreme Controller, your Lordship previously accepted incarnations as a fish, a horse, a tortoise, Shingadeva, a boar, a swan, Lord Ramchandra, Parashurama, and among the demigods, Vamanadeva. Protect the entire world by your mercy. Now, please protect us again by your mercy by diminishing the disturbances in this world. O Krishna, best of the Yadus, we respectfully offer our obeisances to you. One thing is nice to do also is that, for example, he's called in this verse Yaduttama, because of the Sandhi, Yadu Uttama. Then Prabhupada translates, then Prabhupada translates, he translates, best of the Yadus. Then sometimes, or many times, not just sometimes, very often, we can see the Sanskrit words appearing in the translation and then explained even further in the purport. In the purport, Prabhupada doesn't always use the Sanskrit words. It explains them individually as he develops the understanding. But if we can trace this, we can see how the words in the verse are coming into the translation and expanded into the purport. This is what the acharyas do. Acharyas like Vishwanath Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, Ramanuja, Madhvacharya. They do this. They look at the verse, they present the verse, then they expand on the individual Sanskrit words. So Prabhupada is doing something very similar. He's preaching also to us in English language because we're not, a lot of us are not able to understand that how each Sanskrit words contains all of this meaning. Of course, cha, maybe cha is and, but words like yaduttama, it contains a lot of meaning. Avatara, words like that, sometimes Prabhupada expands. So in the purport, in every incarnation, the Supreme Personality of God has a particular mission to execute. And this was true in his appearance as the son of Devaki in the family of the Yadus. So here, Prabhupada is talking about Yaduttama. Yaduttama brings this whole sentence into mind. In every incarnation, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has a particular mission to execute. So this is a summary of everything. Matsya, Kachapa, all the words. Matyashva, Matya, Ashva, Kachapa, and yes. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. And this was true in his appearance as the son of Devaki in the family of the Yadus. Yadottama. Thus, all the demigods offered their prayers to the Lord, and for this summarized the entire chapter, bowing down before him and requested the Lord to do the needful. I like this phrase, do the needful. Prabhupada uses this often, and his disciples, especially in my youth, in our era, we were called upon to do the needful. I was saying yesterday evening that in the beginning, he said, open temples. So do the needful. So how do I open a temple? I don't know. One devotee complained, he said, open a temple in Japan. So these devotee, I think husband and wife or something. So this devotee had never been outside of the United States. He didn't know. He's afraid if I don't know Japan. I don't even hardly understand what you're saying. Open a temple. So like this, we have to do the needful sometimes. Sometimes we think, oh, I can't do this. This is below my status or something. But Krishna, Sandipani Muni was asking Krishna to collect firewood. But this was the duty of the Shishya. So he had to collect firewood. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can the Supreme Lord collect firewood? He's Kshatriya from Vasudeva, or he's Vaishya from Nanda Maharaj. So he doesn't collect firewood. He doesn't collect firewood as Vaishya, as Kshatriya, as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Parabrahman. He has to obey the Guru. So, but they're asking Krishna to do the needful. Very bold. So we cannot order the Supreme Personality of Godhead to do anything for us. We can simply offer him our obeisances as advised in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana Bhavam Madbhakto Madhyaji Man Skuru, and pray to him for annihilation of all dangers. Krishna. And then in the summary of this chapter, Prabhupada quotes Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanyam bhavati bharata yuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajam. So Krishna, yada yada, whenever, yada tada. Sanskrit, this construction is used always in the verses. Yada, when, tada, then. Or yah, one who, sa, like that, he, or that, tat, yat, tat. So when this happens, or referring to one thing, tat is the explanation. Yat, tat. Yada, tada. So yada yada hi dharmasya glanir. So when there's decrease, dharmasya, which somebody pointed out to me correctly, is shashti. Is that correct? Yes. So dharmasya, the glanir dharmasya. In English it's called possessive. So glanir dharmasya, when there is a decrease in the dharma, abhyuttanam, glanir yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam. Now I'm confusing myself. Sir Jamyam, he appears to restore dharma. So dharma, this is a theme throughout Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Here we see that Prabhupada is commenting. In every incarnation, the Supreme Personality has a particular mission to execute. So mission is roughly two. One is to protect his devotees, to restore dharma. And two is to enjoy himself. Krishna incarnates, he performs his lila to enjoy himself. So this is considered to be the higher reason. So he is serving humanity by serving his creation, not just humanity, but entire creation, by descending. Avatar means descending. Sometimes we don't like the word incarnation because karna means body. Karana actually means meat. So karna is not such a nice word. We use incarnation. That's the only word we have in English, but it means come into a body. But avatar means to descend. Avatar. So Krishna's avatars are for his leelas, and the leelas, they uphold dharma, and they defeat the demons who are opposing dharma, and these are called asura. So we have sura. Suras are the devas, but they're also the devotees. Devotees, so you were all suras. Because the suras, they want to do what Vishnu, Krishna, asks us to do. So the suras, they are devas, devatas, they are doing what Vishnu wants. He wants this creation to be kept in order. So there is an order for the creation. Many laws. So what are these laws? Dharma. So the suras, they maintain dharma. We maintain dharma in our own way. Our dharma is parodharma. Savai pungsang parodharma yato bhaktir bhaktir. Aitiki apratiyata yatma suprasidati. So parodharma is the dharma for the devotees. But still that dharma, it is in relation to Vishnu Krishna. It is something that Krishna establishes for his devotees. Vishnu also establishes the dharma for creation. And the suras, the devatas, they follow that dharma. The asuras are anyone who is opposed to this dharma, Vishnu dharma. They are disrupting the creation. They're fighting with the suras. Or they're disturbing, sometimes in the Vedas, in the Ramayana, Mahabharata, we see that the asuras are sometimes coming and disrupting the sacrifices. And Hiranyakashipu, he told his asuras, his followers, you go and you kill the brahmanas, the cows, and you ruin the sacrifice, yajna. So this is the job of the asuras. Asuras are killing the head of the culture, the spiritual head of the culture, and the cows that are sacred, and the dharma, yajna. Yajna. We have our Sankirtan Yajna. So they don't like the Chankasi, who didn't like Sankirtan Yajna. So Asura, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached to him. He became favored. So that's our business. Preach as much as we can and overcome this opposition. That's the nature of this material world. Suras and asuras. We learn in Bhagavad Gita how the behavior of suras and asuras. So Krishna comes, yada yada hi dharmasya, and he enjoys his leelas. He's Matsya, he enjoys. He's Hayagriva, he enjoys. He's Kurma, he enjoys. So Jayadev Goswami, he writes, Keshavadhitta Meena Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare. So Meena Sharira means Matsya. Meena is another word. Sharira means body. So Meena Sharira in the form of Matsya. I worship Matsya. So Jayadev Goswami, even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, some hundreds of years ago, he was singing before Gita Govinda. He wrote Gita Govinda. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loved this Gita Govinda. So just in the beginning, Gita Govinda is very advanced. We don't study, usually we don't study Gita Govinda because it's very advanced, intimate Krishna, Radha Krishna, Leela. But in the beginning, this Dasavatar, I think called Stotra, no? Dasavatar Stotra. Anyway, this prayer to 10 avatars, Dashavatars, starting with Matsya, Kurma, and Narasingha, so on. Narasingha, Buddha, Baladeva, Kalki, so all these avatars, and glorifying each one, short verse. So we sing every day one of these, just one. Tavakara Kamala Parenakam Adbhuta Shringam. Adbhuta is amazing. Adbhuta. So this is Jayadev Goswami's song, glorifying the Leelas of Vishnu, Krishna. This is Vishnu. Still, we're singing about Narasingha. Every day we sing about Narasingha. Here in Bhagavatam. So it's not just Krishna. We're worshiping Vishnu, Krishna. Of course, Vishnu is expanding from Krishna, we understand. But we accept the Vaishnava culture. This is hundreds and millions of people, Vaishnavas. And among Vaishnavas, Leelas are so important. Leelas and Namas. So Matsya, we say Matsya, Matsyavatar, and Meena Sharira. So this many names for Krishna, Vishnu. Vishnu Sahasranam, there's 1,000 names, but many more names also. And in Vrindavan, there's the beautiful song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that Jeev Jago, no, it's Vibhava Shesha Aloka Provesha. Nidra, sleep. Chari Utto Jiva. Chari, give up the sleep and sing. Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari. And the whole rest of the song is names of Krishna. Names of Krishna and Vishnu. Ravanantakara. All different names of Krishna. And most of these names are descriptions of Leelas. So the names and the Leelas, as I was saying last night, names and Leelas, Nama, Leela, they're usually intertwined. Govinda, Murali Dhar, Giri Govardhan, Giridhari. Giridhari is, of course, we know, Govardhan. So the maintainer of Govardhan, the lifter of Govardhan. So all these names, we sing our Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari. So Kunja Vihari, this is a Leela of Krishna. Yamuna Tira Bana Shari. Yamuna Tira, on the banks of the Yamuna, Bana, the forest, Shari. He is walking on the banks of the Yamuna, next to the forest. So this name for Krishna, but it reminds us of the Leela. Leelas are all important. Yes, in this fight between suras and asuras, establishing dharma and defeating adharma, but important for Ananda. Anandam buddhi vardhanam. Mahaprabhu says, Ananda. So why is Ananda important? Because we are Sat Chit Ananda. So we are not just here to learn something. I'm speaking, you're hearing. We are not just here to learn something. It is not a dry thing. It's not like the Prabhupada explains that yesterday evening we were talking about Achintya Rupa, Kaving Puranam Anushashitaram. So Kavi is the intelligent. So all this we understand about Anusmaredya. Anusmared. You should remember Krishna like this, like this, like. So all this knowledge is coming. He's a Chintya Rupa, but what is the purpose? We want Ananda. Mahaprabhu says Ananda Murti Bharatan. Sankirtan, glorifying Krishna, his name and names and his leelas is for Ananda. But it's for Ananda of Krishna. The leelas are for his enjoyment. Ananda Mayo Bhyasat. He's in the Vedanta Sutra, he's full of Ananda, enjoyment. So how do we enjoy? We enjoy in our connection with Krishna. When we are more connected to Krishna, as Prabhupada said, when we chant Hare Krishna, not just for duty, not just out of duty, but for love, when we make that connection, Ananda. So we know, Ado, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Nishta, then higher levels. And those higher levels, in that higher level, we enjoy a greater connection. This is our Ananda. We become, as Ananda, small part, we become connected with the large Ananda. But we don't then, as small part, we receive Ananda from Krishna. We say, no, Krishna, please, don't serve me like this. So devotee is always saying, because this is relationship, you feel Ananda. And the pure devotee said, no, I want to give you Ananda. Krishna says, no, I want to give you. The devotee says, no, Krishna, please don't. So in this way, devotees are absorbed in this relationship with Krishna, struggling to prevent Ananda. So here we are captured in this world of Maya and distracted by the false Ananda. But then the great devotees are trying to refuse from Krishna. Krishna says, please, here I'm giving you. So pure devotees have no motivation. We read a lot. How long is this? No, really. 9? That long? Everyone goes to 9? Okay. So we really read at the end of the story of Prahlad Maharaj in 7th canto that all the devatas are offering prayers. So the devatas, they're saying that, oh, Hiranyakashipu interrupted the yagyas, we didn't get our share of the yagyas, so thank you for restoring. So all connected with Vishnu, they're doing their seva for Vishnu. This is their maintaining the universe, but each one has little tinge of self-interest. Devatas, they get their share of the yajna. And various pitris, they have their function, they're getting pinda, they're getting their offering. Hiranyakashipu disrupted all this. So now Vishnu defeated, Nrsimha defeated Hiranyakashipu, and everything is restored to them. They're offering prayers. So Nrsimhadev is not satisfied with all these self-interested prayers, not fully satisfied. So then they push Prahlad. Prahlad, you say to Nrsimha. So Prahlad gave his wonderful prayer to Lord Nrsimha, completely uninterested in any he has unmotivated. What is that? Tvaipung sang Ahaituki. So without any reason, without any cause, without any motivation, that's the position of a very advanced position. We shouldn't think, oh, I'm devotee, I'm on that level. But these are our models. This is what we want. It's not, what is it, that word for a market, vanija, something like that. That it's not a business that we have with Krishna. We don't come, oh, if I offer some money to Krishna, then he will make me rich. Or if I do something, then Krishna will reciprocate that I'm looking for some advantage. One man, we went to Kurmagram, and a very nice man, he drove us to Kurmagram, to Singachala. So, very nice man. He had his business, he was talking about his business. So then he said, Dayananda, please bless me so my business will increase. So I was remembering, I became very uncomfortable, I didn't like this request. I was remembering a story that a devotee told me about. Prabhupada was on a train with Harisori and some other devotees. People were they heard that there was sadhu riding on the train, so they tried to push in to see Prabhupada. So the devotees said they didn't want to disturb Prabhupada, so no, you can't come. So finally Prabhupada heard, so he said, yes, let them come. So he said, Swamiji, bless us. Prabhupada said, you do not want my blessings, because I will only bless you to become like them. They said, oh, thank you, Swamiji. So yes, this is not a business, Krishna. We don't look for blessings from Krishna for our business, for our money, or for something material. Of course, akama sarvakama va, moksha kama dharati. So these mixed, there's Mishra Bhakti, of course, but we learn from Prahlad and from the others that this is not a good idea. Let's go direct and not, try to do our best to bypass that stage. We want pure bhakti. So, Leela. This is the Leela culture. So we are glorifying Matsya, Kurma, and there's the place of Kurma, Nrsimha. Everyone in South India is worshipping Nrsimha. So we are also. This is our Vaishnava culture, and especially the Leelas. In the culture, throughout the culture, as I mentioned last night, we have, we meaning hundreds of millions of people, not just Chaitanya Vaishnavas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a perfect example of someone who is absorbed in Leela and Nama. He was going in ecstasy. Sometimes he was hearing a Leela. One time he was listening to Vishnu Sahasranam. He came to Nrsimha and he erupted as Nrsimha. So this is Vishnu. We think of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as being absorbed in Radha Krishna Leela. He's the manifestation of Radha Krishna. And in the taking the role of Radharani in Krishna's Leelas. So this is how we understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he was enjoying all the Leelas, Vishnu Leela also, and all the Namas. So he's a perfect example. And if we look at the entire culture, so it's not just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not just his followers. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the perfect example. But the same thing in the entire Vaishnava culture. The art, the drama, the music, bhajan, kirtan, everywhere in Vaishnava culture. 4 sampradayas, Ramanuja, Madhva, all these people in different sampradayas, and many Vaishnavas outside of the sampradayas. There are other groups, maybe they don't identify with a particular sampradaya, but many, so it goes beyond even the core Vaishnavas, the Vaishnavas that we love and honor. But outside, Gandhiji, he was trying to get independence. So he used to sing this song, Vaishnava Janato. So what is a Vaishnava? Many things, Vaishnavas, many things, but Vaishnava is somebody who dresses a woman other than his wife as Mata. And Vaishnava is one who has Ram always his tongue. So not just our Chaitanya Gaudiya Sampradaya or Ramanuja Madhva, all Sampradaya, all Vaishnavas, Leela and Nama. So this is our culture, and when we are doing some kirtan or when we are taking part in ISKCON, we are representing Vaishnava culture. So wonderfully representing, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the perfect representative. Individually, we may not be perfect. Some of you are perfect, I think. Must be. And in ISKCON, some perfect devotees, wonderful devotees, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, Jai Vitak Maharaj, Bhakti Chiru Maharaj, Bhakti Sudhana Maharaj. I love all these devotees. On and on. Mal Krishna Maharaj. Many devotees that are wonderful, outstanding devotees, representatives of the Vaishnava culture. We're representing, we're trying to follow. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. So, but still, we represent this culture and we're spreading it everywhere. So this is the fight between the Suras and the Asuras. And how are we fighting? We're here at home, enjoying the leelas and namas. Here we are hearing the namas, Matsya Ashva, Matsyashva, Kachapa, I don't know if I'm saying it, Kachapa, Varaha, Hangsa. So all these names, and just the name invokes the entire Leela. In their name, Matsya is contained that entire Leela, Matsyavatar. So Nama Leela. This is our enjoyment. It's meant for our enjoyment because we can connect then with Krishna's enjoyment. Krishna comes as Matsya, he enjoys. This is fun. He likes to take care of the demons. This is his play. And we can enjoy also. This is good for us. Yatma suprasidati. This gives satisfaction to the Atma. Suprasidati, this satisfaction to the soul. So this is our enjoyment. And we have to learn that. There's a bad type of enjoyment. Tamasic, Rajasic, Sattvic. So we don't want the tamasic, Rajasic enjoyment. That's not a good enjoyment. It's sattvic. And this is enjoyment. It's for you. It's for each one of us to enjoy life. Everybody wants to enjoy because everyone is Satchidananda. But we have the secret how to enjoy. Isn't that wonderful? We want to enjoy. We know we want to enjoy because we're always thinking of sense gratification. Maybe not all of you, but some of us are thinking of sense gratification. We are distracted. Dhyato vishayan pumsa samgasteshu bhajayate, sangat samjayate kama. So we get distracted in the material world. That is natural. That is the lower nature. So we know about enjoyment, kama. But we also learn what is the greater sattva happiness, sukha, on the sattvic level, ananda, in connection with Krishna, lila and nama. So we enjoy like anything at home, in the mandir, Krishna's home, and we go out on Sankirtan, book distribution, and Harinam Sankirtan, and preaching, and making art about Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and festivals, Rath-yatra, and dramas, and so many ways we're glorifying Vishnu and Krishna. This is the whole ISKCON is a glorification of Vishnu Krishna. Entire ISKCON. And Prabhupada has taken Vaishnava culture, entire Vaishnava culture, around the world. It's like huge atlas, huge somehow. Like Hanuman, he took the mountain. So Prabhupada, he took entire Vaishnava culture. Temples, Rath-yatra, art, sculpture, drama, all leelas, namas. He took all this and put it here in America, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, in Europe, London, Paris, Rome, in Moscow, in Kiev, and then he went to Malaysia and China, all these places. He took the entire culture. How could somebody do such a thing? So that's the ISKCON. ISKCON is the culture. Society means also culture. So Prabhupada did this wonderful thing, and for real enjoyment, the true satisfaction. Yigatma suprasidati. So we just actually, we want to give enjoyment to people. Sometimes the Christians preach like this. You can reach higher enjoyment by loving Jesus. But this is very shallow. In Islam also, I can see these people, they have good relationship with Allah. I've seen Muslims. I have respect for these people, but just imagine our enjoyment. Lila, Nama, such enjoyment, such potential for enjoyment. Even if we're not on that level, just think of it. Lila, Nama, so many Leelas. So amazing. And for our enjoyment. And when we get to that higher level, we get so much enjoyment, we start realizing, oh no, Krishna is giving me enjoyment. He's serving me. Oh, no, please, Krishna, please, I want to give you enjoyment. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Shunyayatam Jagat Sarvam. I feel a separation from Govinda. He's feeling love for Govinda. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela, chapter 20, Krishna's Kaviraj is talking about Shikshastakam. And this final verse, first, just before the final verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was talking about love. He says, I want to serve you, and you pay me with love. This is the explanation that Krishna's Kaviraj says. Pay me with, in the final verse, Asli Shiva Padaratam. So I don't care if you are Lampato, I don't care if you're, what is your behavior? You can crush me by your feet. So then he goes beyond the love. He goes even beyond asking for love. He says, just let me serve you. Let me be dust at your lotus feet. You can crush me. Very high. We can't even, we can kind of understand, but this is the way, Anandam Buddhivartanam. In the beginning, Mahaprabhu was saying, no, these leelas and namas are for enjoyment, for increasing enjoyment. And then advanced, and we can no longer tolerate too much enjoyment. No, Krishna, now I realize you're giving me too much enjoyment. Please, please, I want to give you enjoyment. Krishna says, no, I want you to enjoy. No, Krishna, this is causing me pain, please. Just imagine how much enjoyment. Nobody has this. Nobody has this culture. In the world, nobody. Materialists, they're the worst. Mayavadis, how can they say there's no Supreme Personality, Godhead? No relationship. So this, say Krishna consciousness. I like also Vaishnava culture. We say Vedic culture also. There's a reason for that. It's connected to the Vedas. Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, Puranas, all in the same category. I like Vaishnava culture. Entire culture, Leela and Nama. Such enjoyment. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Except about Sanskrit grammar. I don't even know the difference between Panchami and Shashti, so. But my excuse is in English, I know. I forget the Vibhakti. I have to think. Chaturthi, Panchami. But English, I know. Strange names. Nominative, accusative, dative, ablative. Very strange. So, somebody want to make a challenge? I love the hard questions. When I go to London or someplace, someplace where devotees are, they have no problem giving me the hard questions. I'm making this presentation about defeating materialistic culture, and with the Sankirtan, the weapon of Sankirtan. So some devotees don't know how. How will they do this? I was in London, I gave a talk. Some people, friends of the temple, some mixed group, some devotees, some regular members, and some couple of men were young men. They didn't know. I said, you have to go out and tell others about this. So this young man, he wasn't sure. He said, what do you mean? I should go to the place where people are having a party in the evening, the nightclubs, the places, I should preach to them? Oh, no, don't preach to them. You find your friends, different people. So he's challenging. How do you want me to? Other people, they have challenge. How is it possible we can defeat the materialists? Not possible. How is it possible that Prabhupada, for me, I can't understand. One time, we had very small temples. In the first year of the movement, 1966, 67, very small temples in houses, little shops, temples. So Mukunda was saying to me, I had a dream that we had a big house and a big grass in front. Oh, wonderful dream. So I can't conceive of you and of this temple from that time. If I put myself in that time, I have no conception that you are here, that this big mandir is here. So this is just one place. Kurmagram is another. No conception that such a place exists. I had no idea about Vaishnava culture. Little. I knew this is culture. Prabhupada was revealing the culture, the art, the yajna. He did the fire yajna. Oh, fire yajna. Oh, it was very interesting. And the art, when I saw the art, I thought, oh, this is a culture. I had no idea. I never studied ancient Indian sculpture or anything. But Prabhupada introduced the entire culture. Gurukul. Gurukul was part of the culture. Sometimes devotees ask this question. How is it possible? How is it so difficult? One Buddhist reader was telling me, he's from Canada, so he likes to go door to door. Very old, he's an old man. Of course, not as old as me. I'm a very old man, but that was supposed to be funny. So he was telling me he likes to go door to door, and he had a recording. This woman, about 1 year ago, he distributed a set of Srimad Bhagavatams to this woman and her husband. And he had a recording of her. She called and left a message on his phone. And she was crying. She said, these books have changed our lives. And my husband, he was driving a truck and bad behavior, everything. Such a disturbed man. And now he's on 8th canto, his life has changed. She's crying on this, explaining. He played it was in Kolkata, I met him. and a few devotees were there, were taking prasad, and he played this recording. So this is the impact of ISKCON, of book distribution, chanting, Harinam, Leela and Nama. It's difficult, yes. So that man, he goes door to door. You think that's easy? Of course not. Not easy to do a lot of times. Have inconvenience. Dayananda Prabhu, he got hit by the rock. Jagayanandhai. That's this world full of miscreants. So we accept inconvenience. Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in just 50 years, I'm seeing all of you. I won't be here in 50 years, but most of you, except you, Prabhu, most of you, I'm sorry, I'm trying to make a little light. You're supposed to, Prabhupada told me one time that in the village, the people, just everyday people, they go to the Brahmana's house for enjoyment, for entertainment, he said, for entertainment. So I like to try, I do my best, but sometimes somebody makes a joke because it's a different culture. I come from a different culture, so something may be funny and that I think is funny or other people, but it may not be for you, so I apologize for this. I'm not trying to be whimsical. I'm trying to do what Srila Prabhupada said. I want to be entertaining, not just knowledge, but entertainment. Krishna has his leelas. We get knowledge. We also get entertainment. So, in 50 years, I won't be here. For 50 years, I've seen, more than 50 years, how ISKCON has grown around the world. So to me, it's amazing. So I'm sure, I have complete faith that in 50 years, you will be amazed. You will be amazed. And you will have done it. It will be you that spreads this movement so widely. How is it not possible? How can you not conceive? This is construction going on. Development is going on. Construction. That means it's continuing. That means it's growing. How will it stop growing? How is that possible? It cannot happen. There's some problems. There's always problems, difficulty. But it cannot stop. It's impossible. So you are the ones who are taking it forward. And of course, Bhakti Churu Maharaj says, but be sure to maintain everything Prabhupada said, everything must be maintained. That's the most important. That is sattvic. Everything must be maintained, but also developed. We want to maintain everything here, but we also, right, where's the temple? This way, sorry. This way. I meant this temple. I hope you understood. So, how is it possible? It cannot stop. So, Jayapataka Swami will go. Bhakti Churu Maharaj has gone. I will go. Of course, Bhakti Vikas Swami, he'll live to 120, but still, he will go. all of us. And you will be Guru. You will take charge and you will spread everywhere. This is your responsibility. So now you're playing, you don't mind all these things. You don't think, I will grow. Some of you will take very important role, Krishna consciousness. Now you don't think so, maybe. And you have no idea that you'll grow old like me. No, nobody's thinking that. Nobody your age. But maybe one or two of you will become guru and have many disciples. Maybe all. Yes, it sounds funny. Now I'm not making a joke. Maybe it sounds like a joke. But it is no joke. Old age is not a joke. You will grow old. That is not a joke. And you will grow wise, and you will become responsible. Take responsibility in ISKCON. You'll become ISKCON leaders, some of you, maybe all, and gurus. I hope you will all become gurus and have many disciples. And all of you, please, Prabhupada asked us, open temples, distribute books, become gurus, spread this movement. So then when I'm born again, I'll become your disciple. Hare Krishna.